Why, hello there everyone, I'm the Kumo Sensei, and this does not want to fold right, because there it goes, now you saw my YouTube live streaming page, but without further ado everyone, yep, I'm officially back, and it's very nice honestly, trying to figure out this webcam angle. Ugh. This would do. But hello there everyone, I'm the Kumo Sensei, and today I really just want to chill and talk with everybody. It's been a while, and actually it's been a very long time since I've actually last made a live stream here on this channel, but I'm very excited to be back, and yeah. There's been a lot, honestly, that has been happening. Life is getting in the way, things like that. And let me see if I can fix the audio. There it goes. That'll do. But it's good to see everybody, and I hope everybody's doing well. And I apologize if I haven't live streamed in a very long time. But honestly, that's how life works. You get very busy, things kind of get in the way, and, you know, life happens. But a lot has happened. A lot has happened. And I'm very tired, but I'm still pushing on. And I really want to talk. Like, actually talk. But I'm gonna give everybody some time to come in if they can make it. And I know I said I wanted to live stream more, but I've just been busy, man. I just want to apologize, about that. But I will talk more, but I really want people to come into this live stream if they can make it. And if not, maybe I'll talk about it in my next vlog, where I just sit and talk to you guys about life. It's a very slow one, honestly. Nothing crazy is going on, but just want to talk about life. And I did comb my hair a little bit, so it doesn't look too all over the place. But I did hear that in Japan, the new hairstyle is the bed hair perm type of style. But really though, everybody, if you just want to hear me talk, stay around. And that's really all I'm doing. I just want to talk, literally. Like, clarify some things, discuss where I've been, what I'm currently doing, my current goals. And I did change the angle a bit here on this, there it goes. I hope you guys can hear me, but sorry about that. I think my mic was on mute. But essentially though, everybody, I am back, and otherwise, I've been busy, and I'm going to be talking in a little bit here, but I'm going to give people time to come in, so that way I can actually, like, discuss when there's a lot of people here, or just enough, you know, as the usual. But I'm doing pretty good. But I'm super tired, and I really want to discuss about the future of this channel and basically where I'm going. And maybe clarify some things as well, because there's a lot of new viewers here that has some common questions that basically I've answered like a million times. But it's kind of frustrating, honestly. Not the viewers or anything like that, but life in general. But I gotta get this out, like how I'm feeling personally, because I'm frustrated with my personal life as of now. But it's something not out of pity or not anything out of spite. It's something like, it's just me in general, I guess, because not everything works out. But I don't plan on giving up just yet though. But I am extremely tired. Like, mentally, physically, and spiritually at this point. I don't know if, I think people can relate to some extent, but I don't think people can put themselves in this position to where I am now, you know, because I am somebody who've been on steroids. Look, what makes me understandable. I want people to understand that I am not someone who likes to say things and not do it. So I like to talk less and do more. But, you know, I've been chasing these dreams of mine for so long. It's honestly ridiculous how I'm still here, honestly. I just can't believe it. It's just, dreams don't come true if you just wish for it. There is some level of work you got to put in. Not some level, a huge amount of work you got to put in when you're chasing after your dreams and goals in life. But but the real question everyone will always ask is, how long will it take, and will they ever make it? And I'm currently still in that position, honestly. I don't want to say I'm a prodigy, I'm not, but I was somebody who started very young. My life doesn't begin when I'm born. My life actually started when I was 10. This is when my life truly started to come together. And all you viewers who are here now, thankfully, if you made it, I hope you guys can hear this, but it feels like I've been running for so long. I never had a break to actually relax a little bit. And this ties back to me as a person and me as a character. I do not like to relax. I personally do not like to relax. I've been lying. Yes, I did say I like to I do. I've been lying this whole time, essentially. Sorry about that. I told my viewers and I told everyone that, I'll take a day off or I'll take time to relax. But the truth of the matter is, I never had. It's just not in my nature, essentially, to relax like most people. And it's really just because I have a genuine fear of not missing out, but the what ifs. Essentially, what if I didn't take that day? What if I did take that day off or didn't? What will I be missing? Sorry, kind of a betrayal of trust here. Because relaxation is just not in my nature. But I also want people to understand that I've been doing this for too long. I'm not giving up. Don't worry about that. That's not where I'm going with this. So I'm just stating that I've been tired. But I hope everybody understands, though. It's been a very long journey. It's hard to grasp to my viewers because a lot of the things I pursued and a lot of things that I'm good at, I don't really understand how I did it, but I'm somehow still here. But what really gets to me is the fact that, will it pay out? This is the thing I don't know. It's frustrating. I've been chasing these dreams for over a decade now. And I know to some people that is way too long. Like way too long. 10 years plus. But not only I don't like to just say things. I like to actually do things. So I apologize if I haven't been active, but to cut it straightforward, long story short, 10 years plus, still going, but will I go somewhere? And the question is, I don't know. I'm very frustrated because where I am now and where I want to be does not align. It's a frustrating factor, honestly, but I can't just give up on it now because I've come too far, essentially. So, like, I want people to understand. If you're passionate about, if you're passionate about something, and you've been chasing something for so long, basically since you were a child, and you're basically good at it, experienced in it, do you just give up on it if it doesn't work out after all these years? Like, I can't. I'm not in that position to where I can just give up on it and say goodbye. Because it's just too hard. It's too hard. I can't. I can't do it. It's addicting, honestly. I love what I do, and I do what I love. But at the same time, I understand that it's not a very healthy lifestyle, to put it simply. But I just can't give up on it. But if I keep going, will I really get somewhere? I just don't know. I'm very sad. I am happy where I am now in terms of the years I put in and the things I've been doing for so long. Whether it has been dancing for over 10 years, stage acting for about 9 years now, maybe coming on 10 years actually, training for almost 10 years, literally training. Like, I remember I was running 16 kilometers a day, 7 days a week for 4.5 years, doing 500 push-ups in a day in 10 sets of 50, 2 to 3 days a week. You know, like I put in so much time and effort, and I'm just not satisfied. I am not satisfied where I am now. I am satisfied with the work I put in, just not satisfied with the results. People do not care about how hard you work in life. People will only care about the end result. If it doesn't pay out, no one really bothers. So, I'm really just alone on this journey at this point. I know I sound a bit depressed, but I can't throw it away either at this point. I know people are telling me, I should focus on getting married and things like that. I don't mind dating, but I don't want to get married yet. I'm approaching my mid-20s. I'm basically in my mid-20s now, to be honest, but this is something I just can't get married yet. I don't mind dating as of now, like getting into a relationship, but in terms of getting married, not yet. Because I have so many goals I set out for myself. I can't let my past self down. You understand what I'm saying? I know that people... This is like a serious talk I'm having here, but... I'm stuck currently. That's basically what I'm saying. Currently in life, I am stuck. No more hiding behind the bullshit. I just gotta be transparent with my viewers. I am currently stuck in life. It's not that things are bad necessarily, but at the same time, I'm not going far in life either. I'm still working hard, but where I want to be and where I need to be are not aligning as of now. But it's frustrating to me because I work so hard, and this is not what I wanted, essentially, in terms of like the results. So I'm just working harder than ever now, and I truly want to apologize for lying to my audience here about taking breaks and relaxing, because the truth of the matter is that I never had a break in a very long time. I don't because I literally don't have much time at all in a day to do nothing. Even when it comes to watching anime now, it's very much an expense. I literally watch anime while I'm in bed or before I'm going to bed. Like, literally, around 2 in the morning, and I wake up at 8, and then I gotta go work out in the morning. Like, it's just so frustrating. But I'm chasing my dreams, and I'm grinding my dreams at this point. But to everybody who is watching this, please note that I hope I get somewhere in life, because if not, I don't understand people's opinions do matter. People's thoughts, people's words can affect other people's actions. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to make the decisions on what you want in life. It is just the way it works, but I'm here having this TED talk. It's funny. I'm literally lecturing, but I'm not trying to lecture here. I'm trying to get my point across, though. I'm not trying to bring bad vibes or anything like that. But I'm going to get my life together, though, everybody. I will figure it out. But if you're passionate about something, I think you should definitely pursue it, though. Literally. I know I'm very soft-spoken, but the truth is that behind the scenes, I'm just so frustrated. Because I work way too goddamn hard. I know people think that I just do 25 push-ups a day, but it's frustrating because I literally actually I say in all of my videos, I work out, I train, and I diet. But I guess people don't watch my videos all the way. So it's very just frustrating, honestly. Invader, that's not where I'm going with that, so don't think I'm going there. I don't go there, but man, this isn't the way I wanted it to go, honestly. But I am making a short film that I'm trying to make a short film, actually, because I want to be passionate about what I do. So I don't know exactly how it'll go. I scrapped some parts of it already because I wasn't impressed. So that's kind of the thing people need to understand here. Like, literally. So I made a short... Okay. So Currently, I made a short film, or I'm trying to make a short film. This is a short commentary film, but I scrapped the whole idea, and I'm going to start over because it wasn't what I wanted, the way I wanted it to be presented. But that's just the way life goes, though. Some things work, some things don't. But I'm just so frustrated in life right now. Like, literally frustrated. Oh, man. I know people want me to talk about anime, but I'm just going to say this right now. I love anime, but I don't want anime to be my whole personality on YouTube. For this channel, that is. I know that sounds a bit controversial there because, you know, I am known for anime, but I am more than just anime. And I want people to understand that. I am somebody who has been overlooked time and time again. And it's just so frustrating because I know what I'm worth, but I need the right people to find me. It's this frustrating point in life where I'm good at what I do. I'm passionate about what I do, but the spotlight is just never shine on me. And I don't say that like I want attention. That's not what I'm trying to say. I just want a chance to prove myself in life. It's just so frustrating to me, though. It's like wanting your dream job, but someone else took it from you. I don't know how to get these words out. I'm stuttering. That's how frustrated I am. Because a lot of my viewers on this channel are kids. No disrespect. I'm pretty sure the majority of you are either 20 or younger in my chat. And I hope that's not the case, but it seems like that's the case. Growing up, people tell you that you need to get a job, you need to do this and that, and you have expectations to hold. But you have to understand that you will only live one life. You only have your single life to live. Don't waste it. Like, literally. Wasting your life is one thing that nobody should do. And I know that a lot of people may not understand because they're not put in this position that I am. Like, literally. How many people have started since there was a kid? Not very many people, honestly. I don't know what people did as a childhood. I don't even know what a childhood is at this point. Like, literally. Like, I've been running and going on for so long that I've literally basically threw away the normality of life. I say I want to be normal, but I don't even know what normal is at this point. Literally, you can just look behind me and just already know that what I'm doing isn't normal, quote unquote. But I try to live normally, as most people. But it's the fact that I've started it in a position where I don't have that choice. You understand what I'm saying, everyone here? Like I never had a chance to truly live like a normal person, essentially is what I'm saying. I try to, but it's just not easy because now I'm in a position to where I basically put in too much time and too much of my life into to where I can't back out now. Because if I back out now, everything up until then is basically just a waste of time. There comes a time where I will have to actually back down, and a time where I will actually have to give up. But it's just that it's just not yet. A lot of people don't know this because I don't say it here on my channel, but in my life, my IRL life, outside of YouTube, people look up to me. My frogs are calling, sorry about that. You can hear my frogs in the background, but people look up to me, everyone. Not as like a senior, a senpai is what people will say, but people look up to me as not just a senior, but as like a teacher, a brother, a parent, a guardian. It's strange. You think to be put in this position, you don't understand. There are people who are in their 60s that are asking for advice on how to work with tarantulas or how to do this or that. Heck, some of my fellow colleagues are older than I am, and I'm teaching them still. Do you, like... But I don't want to tell them how frustrated I am with my life right now. Some days I just want to drop everything and just run away. Literally. But I can't. I'm not... I'm in a position to where I can't back down, but I'm in a position to where I can't stop either. So I'm literally this running train that's gonna run off a cliff at some point. I'm self-aware, that's the thing. A lot of people are... Nowadays, everybody is too self-conscious, but everybody also needs to be self-aware. Self-awareness is very key in life. And I'm a very self-aware person. I know that this isn't healthy, nor is this a good thing. But I can't back away or run away. So I'm stuck in life to where, what do I do is the real question. What do I do? No one... I don't have the answers, but I'm going to figure this out. Like, somehow. I know people are telling me to settle down, but I am not satisfied where I am now. I want... This is going to sound very... kind of strange to say this, but... I want a chance to shine in the spotlight. Not as in, like, I want to be a big YouTuber, or I want to be a celebrity, but I just want my time. Like, my time, to show. Like, I want my time to pay out. Because a lot of people are not in this position that I am in, And that's a good thing, because, like, there's no pressure on you. If there is pressure on you and you're not, and, maybe you can relate, I guess, if you have pressure, but my sort of pressure is just straight up frustrating. And I know that this is going to bring really bad vibes, and I just don't know how to express myself at this point. I feel like I'm going to explode. Literally. One day, kids, you all understand just how life works. I think it's very nice to have a free life as a teenager. Not for me, though. Not for me. That kind of sucks, honestly. But, what do I do now? I can't back out, but I don't know exactly where this is going either. Everything I do now at this point is probably going to be for the next generation to come. I am very good at what I do. When it comes to the things I'm passionate in, I'm very good at it. But I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm also very, very tired and very much under pressure of everything just stacking on. Like literally stacking on. From dance instructing to stage acting to my tarantula work. It's a lot to take in. Especially when people are looking up to you. But I gotta remain strong, everybody. I'm still pushing on. I'm still training. Still dieting. And yes, some people do not like me. It's very understandable and very, I don't have anything against those people. There are people that have preferences on what they like, who they dislike, and it's not for me to decide, honestly. But I really hope that to everyone who is watching this, please understand that I am in a position where I can't turn down anything, but I can't give up on anything either. I basically just had to eat it up at this point. But I think one of the greatest recent frustrations of mine, just recently, is the fact that I got overlooked. I was not happy, honestly. It's frustrating because, like, how many more years do I got to put in before it actually pays out? I know that people don't get it, but you have to understand though, I am not a one-note person. People on the internet will either align me with either being the guy who does push-ups or the anime guy or the spider guy. But I am more than that, You understand? I'm an actor, a stage actor, a voice actor, a tarantula master, a business owner, an entrepreneur, a dance instructor. I'm a real person here, but I keep getting overlooked because everybody thinks I'm a gimmick or a shtick. Honestly, it makes sense, I guess, because I always post push-up videos and voice acting videos, but I don't like when people put me into one category. It's a frustrating life I live, honestly. I just can't catch a break. Nor can I catch a childhood. How do you even live as a kid? I don't know. I never had that chance. Because I'm still chasing after the ideals of what my kid self wanted. I don't want to disappoint my kid self. So every day I wake up and I try to be the most perfect person I can be. The best person I can be. Because I don't want to give up on those dreams I had as a kid. Because you don't want to let yourself down. I will cry if I let myself down. I see a lot of people play games and whatnot. I barely have time to play games. Like, literally. My life was always about working or trying to prove yourself or putting in the time to get something done. I've said this before, and everything, I don't like to outright say it, but I give you clues, and I think everybody at this point can attach everything together. I've been dancing for over 10 years now. I have been stage acting for about 8 to 9 years now at this point. I have been training for 8, coming on 9 years now. It's going to be 9 years once it hits January. And not to mention, I studied under stage acting, improv, voice acting, and whatnot. I always tell people I am just a normal person, but the truth is, I never really had a chance of normalcy or normality because I was always put in this position to where I just couldn't have that time to relax like most people. And when I did, you know, it was either through anime or playing games once in a while. So honestly, like I just can't relate to the normal person here. I know that people I was not born talented at all. I was just somebody who was just straight up consistent from the age of 10. Like literally as a kid. I remember literally like going out to the streets to learn how to street dance. Like it was just so pathetic, honestly. Like I don't know what a normal life is at this point. Like I really want to relax, you know, but I never was given that chance to. I try to though. I try. I promise you I try, but since I'm doing so much in my life, things just keep popping one after another after another after another. And look, I look at my chat here and they want me to talk about anime. I truly love anime, don't get me wrong, but this goes back to what I'm saying here. I'm stuck, like, as either the guy who does push-ups or the guy who, you know, does anime, but I am more than that. But where do I go? I guess the only choice at this point is forward. Not a healthy lifestyle, I know, but honestly, what choice do I have now? But I'm praying to God, and I or whatever, I pray that one day all of this will pay out. Literally pay out. Because I've been doing this for so long. Too long. It's a lonely... I have been lonely and miserable most of my life. At this point, I think that's the best way to put it. You don't understand. I don't think people understand just how lonely it is to be in my position. People do not stay in this lifestyle. Everybody comes and goes. But the people you meet happens for a reason. Whether it's through fate or God or whatever, or whatever religion you preach. You will meet people in life, but not many. As a matter of fact, the majority of them will never stay, but they happen for a reason. So every single time I meet a person, I don't really, I always tell people, if you gotta go, you gotta go. I don't force people to stay in my life or to stay on this channel or anything like that, because I believe that everybody goes through phases in life. So tomorrow you may not ever watch me again, and I'm fine with that, because that's just how life works. But really though, I don't have anybody to stay around in my life, so I'm a very lonely person. Yes, I am talented. Yes, I do go on dates every now and then, but I just don't have like a go-to person, because what I do is so unique to me, and like the situations I'm put in because of everything I do is so unique to me as an individual that a lot of people can relate to some extent, but the majority of people, if not almost everyone, cannot be put exactly into my relatability because of the life I've been put in. And my frogs are croaking behind me. You're ruining the moment, frogs. But I'm tired. And I'm frustrated. And yes, I did lie to you guys. I told the lie. You wonder what lie I'm saying here. The lie is that I'm relaxing and taking the day off. I don't ever take any days off. As a matter of fact, even at work, I don't take breaks. Literally, I do not take breaks. Everybody takes a lunch break, I'm literally working still. From when I enter into my work shift and into when I leave. Oh, I am just... It's frustrating because... I don't know, guys. If you're watching this, I really hope that everybody understands just how... I don't want to say my life is rough. Everybody's life is rough. Not just mine, yours too. But the position that I'm in right now is not great in terms of where I want to be in life. And I know I'm trying to get a third job. And I know that's going to drive everybody crazy. You're working 3 jobs while running and owning a business. That's technically 4, but yes, I have to do the work. I will do the work, and I must do the work. I am not a lazy person. I think laziness, to me, is the biggest sin a person can have. I don't blame you if you want to relax and things like that, but I never was a lazy person. Never in my life. And I know that sounds kind of strange, but it's just who I am as a person. Because I don't like it when people complain about how their life is, but they don't work towards anything, or work to change it or make it better. You are the main character in your story. Every day, a page is written in your story, your life. And whether that page is either blank or has something productive in it is up to you. If you, so that's the way I view my life. So every single page or every single day I live, I have to be sure that I did something that day, something productive, because it's not a good life to live if you're not doing anything with it. And that's the way I always view my life. One of the ways I actually view my life, because I hate being lazy and I hate relaxing. I know I'm breaking character here, but I have to be transparent at this point, because it seems like there's some discrepancy as literally discrepancies at this point of what people think about me. I just have to get it through, because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to do YouTube for a living. That is not the case here at all. YouTube, to me, was a very fun pastime to basically relax a little bit. It was never meant for me to pursue it as a full-time career. I have been creating content since 2016, even though those old channels are no longer around. And I really just want people to understand that. I do try to relax every once in a while, whether it's playing games on a live stream or things like that, but you have to understand that a lot of the times as well, I am grinding my life. You guys do not know what hard work is, even if it punched you in the face, literally. It's hard to grasp what hard work is, because a lot of people are not put in this position to where I am now. Dedicate 10 years into something, and then you will truly understand what real hard work is. Because if you're passionate about something, why not pursue it? And I know that I'm it's so hard for me to talk to my viewers here, because like I stated before, my position is different from everybody else's. Yours is different from somebody else who's watching. But I'm gonna get my life together somehow. If you don't believe in me, that's okay, because the same people who didn't believe in me are the same people who gave up on the things they want to do in life. I am not a lazy person. I never will be. I'm tired of this facade, or putting up an act of trying to be normal. I want to live a normal life, but the circumstances and how I grew up and the things that I'm good at, it's pretty obvious at this point, everybody, that you can clearly see I'm talented. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of you will put me under the term prodigy, but I hated that word. I still do hate that word because I don't want to be seen like some arrogant, cocky person. I always wanted people to treat me like I'm a normal person. But because of the circumstances, like imagine how frustrated it is when everybody always comes up to you asking for help or basically looking up to you as a senpai, a senior, or an instructor, or as a teacher. You know, I just want people to just look at me as a normal person. Not as like somebody for help. I'm gonna go crazy because it is not how people should be talking to you, honestly. It's just not normal. I don't want to quit on my dreams, everybody. You are a normal person. Yes, I pray to God that people view me that way, though. See, here's the thing. Because as a kid, I never really had a proper childhood. I was literally put in this position to where, since I didn't really have anything growing up, whenever something was taught to me, I literally held on to it. Not only did I hold on to it, but I was usually passionate about what I did, and I pursued it as far as I could. Because, like, I never had anything. So giving up on it is just a sin to me. So, like, everybody keeps asking, like, how do I get good at tarantula work? How do I get good at dancing? How do I get good at staying fit, training, building a good physique? And really, I've been consistent for years. But at the same time, the price that came with it is the fact that I never had time to relax. Because everything I've done was just tied back to my work ethic. I actually hate my work ethic because I work too hard, but I work hard because I have dreams. I just wanted to pay out. Because the day it pays out is the day I'm letting it go. But it's always the same case every single time of like not yet. Not yet and not yet. And trust me, people think that stage acting, you're just acting, but it is frustrating because I don't want to be putting on makeup 24/7. Well, as like literally. Hold up. Like literally, like, imagine auditioning and you're getting stuck with side characters or the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy. Why is that so? I'm always the bad guy. I'm sick of this. This is not the life I wanted. Like, I always wanted to be the good guy. I always want to be the main character for once. Look, I do not have main character syndrome. Please do not take it that way. But it's frustrating to me because I work so hard. And at the end of the day, I'm second best. Literally. Either second best, third best, or I get put on this position to where I don't want to be in this position. But I can't turn it down because, like, there's no other roles or no other positions to be in. I don't have ego. That's the thing. I let my work speak for itself. And that's the thing you have to understand, everybody. Nobody cares how much you talk. You, like, when it comes to, like, trying to prove yourself, don't say anything. It's best to just show what you have and do it. But my frustration comes from the fact that I keep getting put in this position to where no matter how hard I work, like, even though I am the better choice, which literally I am, like, there's no other roles to fill in for that spot. So I gotta be put in that spot I don't want to be in. And so, like, someone else has to be put in that spot that I was supposed to be in. Everybody has those days when you're just in the dark and want to leave stuff. How you manage that thing? I don't. When life is rough, I just go forward. That is literally the way I've always lived my life. Because I know that I know what it's like to be stuck in life as only as a kid, you know, like I know that feeling of being stuck somewhere and wanting to give up. But the question is, if you give up now, what happens then? Like, to me, honestly, I just can't give up. I'm not in that position yet. Because if I give up, I won't have anything. And until the day I actually get that, like, get the things I need to do, the things I need to do and the things I want to do, and when that time comes, then I will officially retire. But I am on this non-stop grind. Like, literally, at this point, to where I just can't give up. People will someday understand, though. Someday understand. You know, I'm going to give you some advice about stage acting that is very unhealthy, but it's what some people preach. If you want something in life, and if you're passionate in life, and if you want it if you want it, and if you desire it more than anything else in life, you are going to have to die on it. Literally die on it. Because if not, somebody else will for that spot. And this doesn't apply to just stage acting, but it's applied to basically everything in life. Like, how bad do you want it? And for me, I want it that bad. So I'm willing to do the work in comparison to most people. Most people will just give up and like, oh, that's too much, bye, I'm out. But I'm different. But I'm different in the sense that, like, I've been around for so long, and my work speaks for itself, as a matter of fact, because of the duration and the time I put in compared to most people. Most stage actors will give up within 6 months to a year and a half. I've been in this game for over 8 years, 9 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. But, like, you know, it's frustrating because it seems like the lifespan of people's determination is so piss poor. It is honestly sad to see. I'm surprised people just don't have the same motivation or the same work ethic to pursue something. Nowadays, everybody just complains about just giving up. Like, don't complain about giving up. You should complain about keep going forward. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just tired, everybody. Because every day I just keep asking myself when. Like, literally when. My time is not yet, honestly. But when that time comes, I'm gonna retire. Just not yet, though. Just got 18, I'm so worried. I just want to do stuff, and it's a little scary. Kid, I'm gonna give you advice. Ace, I'm gonna give you advice that literally I wish everybody told me as a kid. When you're younger, it is much more... Okay, when you're younger, it's actually much better to make mistakes and fuck up, because when you're a kid, the consequences to making mistakes isn't as severe or isn't as bad as when you are an adult. When you're an adult and you make mistakes, there are long-term consequences, and there are definitely much more liabilities involved. If you're young and you want to do something and you're afraid of making mistakes or things not working out, just start, literally. Because this is something people will not tell you in life. Because once you're an adult, literally in my age, in the mid-20s or so, you will have so much more liabilities, so much more at stake, and so much more risk involved if you don't start now as a youngster. Like people don't tell you this, but if you're afraid of making mistakes and you're still young, make those mistakes, I promise you. Because as an adult, if you're starting something and you want to make mistakes, the consequences is much more severe. If you don't want to take my advice, that's fine, because you're probably never going to do anything. Like literally, just start. Period. But my age is also a limit to do stuff. Yep. If you're starting late on something, you're going to have to play catch up. Literally, if you're too old for something and you want to catch up, like you literally gotta do you're going to have to work harder. But I can't really relate to that too often because I started young. But the one thing I can tell my past self and to the young generation is that I wish that I could have made a bunch of more mistakes earlier in my youth than when I was an adult. That is the one thing I wish I can go back and change. Like, I literally wish I can go back and just fuck up every single mistake I made as as I'm younger in comparison to what I am now, as an adult. Because risk becomes much more severe with age, literally. There are long-term consequences to doing stuff if you start late. So I really would just recommend people to just start as young as possible. Like, if you want to start something and you haven't started yet, just start today. Because you will slowly understand as you grow older, though, for those who are younger. For those who are in the 20s or so, around my age, you'll start to understand that, like, dang, I really want to do this, but I can't do this now because, like, I have bills to pay. I had to pay for rent, things like that. Hello there, John. But I'm here today because I want to have a real discussion here. I am tired. I am frustrated. But I can't give up because I don't know what relaxing is like. But to everyone who is watching this, though, if you want to do something in life and you truly are passionate about what you want to do in life, please go pursue it with everything you have. Because I think the biggest regret a lot of people have is not doing the things they want to do in life, or not pursuing the things they want to do in life. You will only have one life, and I don't want people to waste that one life. And yes, I'm frustrated. I'm tired. And I've been busy. But I just hope that my shit pays out one day. Because I am talented. I'm aware of that. But I don't want to say it like on my videos because it sounds like I'm being pretentious. Can you believe we're at the end of the year? Yeah, John, we're at the end of the year already. It's crazy, isn't it? But time to dissemble myself. I just want to be myself here, so I'm gonna mess up my hair for a second. I just want to be myself. That's literally all I ever wanted to be. I love stage acting. I love what I do. But I'm tired of having to be put in this position to where I'm just chasing forever at this point. But I can't give up either because I put too much time and too much work into it. Congratulations, John. Dimension W is a great series, by the way. What now is the question. What now? Everybody, people, I see a lot of new viewers on my channel, so I do want to talk to them as well. So, allow me to explain who I am. And, yeah. So for anyone who's new to the channel, hello. I am the Kumo Sensei. I have been creating content since 2016. My first channel is deleted. My second channel is my Laxo channel, which is where I do my Tarantula work. And this channel was created in 2021, I believe. And so, yeah, that's the history of my YouTube. But in terms of who I am as a person, I am a stage actor, an actor, a voice actor, improv actor, and I have been practicing acting for over 9 years now. I'm also a dance instructor. I have been teaching dancing. I've been a dancer for over 11 to 12 years now. I started off as a dance. I started off as a street dancer, then I became a street performer, and then I became a competitive dancer, and now I'm a dance instructor. I have been teaching for a few years now, and yes, I've started dancing since like a very long time, essentially at this point. And I'm also a Tarantula business owner. I'm a Tarantula business, Laxo Legacy. I have been working with tarantulas for over a decade as well. And as you can see behind me, all of those behind me are spiders. And that's basically who I am as of now. And yes, I because right now you do just vlogs. If you're a dancer, then make YouTube videos, name song dances, because right now you just do vlogs. Oh man, people, you guys are so funny. At this point, I just can't take you seriously, Shenron. Like, it's frustrating to me, honestly, to be put in this position. Yes, I am talented. It's pretty obvious at this point. I don't even want to hide it, but I don't want to say it either because then it comes off as pretentious. So I really just say what I do, but I don't say that I'm talented in it because I feel like if I say I'm talented, I feel like I give off this vibe of like I'm trying to be something like a cocky, arrogant person. I'm not. And it's funny, Shenron, because I do make dancing videos, but that's more so for dance instructing and whatnot, or just me goofing off. Like, isn't it like just so obvious at this point? Yeah, dancing, I've been doing that for a very long time. But still though, someday people will I want people to recognize me for who I am, not just for one thing or another. And yes, and tying back to who I am as a person, I do work out to everybody. I've been transparent about this for a very long time. And I know that in my push-up videos, everybody keeps telling me to work out. I have been working out for over like 8 to 9 years now. Literally 8 to 9 years I have been training. I mean, it's so blatantly obvious, and I even say it in my videos, but the point never comes across. Shamrock, you're kind of funny because like I don't want to advertise myself on YouTube. Like I stated, YouTube to me was a happy accident that I just found enjoyment in. I don't want YouTube to be my full-time career. So Shamrock, you're coming off from this as if like I'm trying to market myself on YouTube. I'm not. I just want my talents to be recognized. Not on YouTube, but like in person. Like literally last week, I was in a dance. I literally was in a dance battle last week. Like, come on. I'm like, I want people to understand that. I'm frustrated because I don't know exactly like how long it'll be before I reach that stopping point in my life. But I know that I can't stop now because I'm in a position to where, as a matter, a lot of people will kill to be in my position, believe it or not. Because, like, not to come off as egotistical or boastful or anything of that sort, but I'm talented, I'm hardworking, I put in the time, the effort, and I went out and I did the work. This is something everybody needs to understand as well. And not to mention, like, I have proven talent. But, you know, so like, everybody wants to be in this position that I'm in. Like, not everybody, but a lot of people want to be in this position. But it's just not easy. Spider-Man for real, for real. Yeah, I have to figure out what I gotta do in my life at this point. because like after this live stream, I gotta go train. Literally, after I get done training, I gotta go and do my spider work behind me, and then once I do that, I gotta go and hit cardio again because I have to. And then once I do another cardio, I gotta go and do some video editing for some other stuff. But I don't have much free time as I used to, everybody. But I don't want people. See, this is kind of strange. I want people to acknowledge me for my talents and who I am as a person. But at the same time, I don't want people to come off of me as like some guy who's egotistical, who thinks he's better than everybody else. You know? Because yes, I am good looking. As a matter of fact, I actually style my hair. I look like an anime person whenever I am outside in style. Literally. Like, literally. But, like, I even have the Japanese perms. If you don't know what a perm is, you don't know your anime hairstyles. Or your Japanese hairstyles, that is. But, here on this live stream, I just get to be myself. You know, I can breathe out. Because one day you guys will understand that I am truly something special, but at the same time, I just want to be treated normally and seen as that way. I don't want people to think I'm like some cocky person or like someone of that sort. Consistency it comes off to what you're passionate about and if you're willing to put in the work. I am a very consistent person. Huh. Asking us a question. Yes, definitely. I'm self-conscious, but I'm also very self-aware. That's the thing. I'm very self-conscious about what I do and how I do it, but I'm also self-aware of how negative it is at the same time. Because you're not going to be in this position every now and then, unless you want to be in my position. Because like I don't like being put under pressure, but I'm always under pressure. I literally have people who are 2 to 3 times my age looking up to me, everyone. You have to, not just one person, but a lot of people, you know? That's how, that's how people look, like, that's currently my life right now. You know, I have so much pressure from everything. Like, I can't think straight. From, like, my dreams and my goals just becoming more cluttered. The expectations of being put on by the pressure of the work you put in through all the years that people look at you from. And then people who just, like, I don't know, guys. Sometimes I truly wish that I wasn't talented. Nor a prodigy. That is something evil to say. I take that back, actually. But I just really wish that, like, it could pay out so I can put it all behind me. I really want to put this all behind me. Like, just run away. Literally run away from everything that I'm good at. But I can't give up just yet because there are still things I have to do, goals I have to accomplish, and dreams I gotta chase. But I will keep my promise at 10,000 subs. At 10,000 subs, I will try to go back into style again. And you'll see what I mean when I say I look kind of like an anime character when I'm on point. But I will keep that promise. I take promises very personal. That's a funny quote, John, by the way. That whole anime quote of Aqua. Oshi no Ko is pretty realistic if you look at it from Akane's perspective, because I can relate to Akane a lot. Akane is like, in that anime, Akane is this character. She's a stage actor, an actor, and she's put under pressure. I'm in that same boat every single day. I think you'll get through this. Stop all your own and do what you do. People follow who they believe in. I hate to break it to you, Ace, but I only believe in myself when it comes to work ethic. Not trying, and I don't come off as rude, but if you've been doing something as long as I have, like I said before, people will come and go. Nobody will stay. So for me personally, it doesn't make sense to make friends as a stage actor, as a dance instructor, or things like that, because I actually view them more as colleagues and as possible what do you call it? Networking, essentially. I don't view that as like friends, because I understand that I do eat out and chill with them at times, but you have to understand, people in this industry or people that are in this position, nobody will stay. Everybody will come and go in your life. Because I've seen so many actors come and go. Some quit entirely, others move on to other things and things like that. Not just for stage acting, but for dance instructing as well. As a matter of fact, I was going to during my college years, I was actually given an I was basically going to be advised to be transferred as a trainee for, like, I don't know how much I can say this, but I was given an opportunity to be put as a trainee for a background dancer, and then possibly I can actually be put into a position to where I can work as a choreographer and background dancer, and possibly work as an idol in like the Asian countries. But it didn't really work out because Canada was a bust. But that's a bit of a backstory of lore for those who don't know anything about me. I think it's the first time I mentioned that, actually. But you understand that people will come and go. Like, yes, that is a true story, by the way. I almost became a trainee. Isn't that funny? A trainee. For those who don't know what a trainee is basically somebody who's training up to debut as a as either an idol, like a pop idol or something like that, like a K-pop idol or a J-pop idol or a C-pop idol or something along the sorts of that. So yeah, man, I've been through a lot. It's crazy. I hate this industry that I've been put in, but I love what I do, but it's just the stuff around it is just frustrating, everyone. Literally frustrating. I'm going to give you a piece of advice as well about if you want to save somebody you cherish that's in this industry. If you truly like you have an idol you like, or an actor you like, or someone in that field, and you want to save them because you know they're going down this dark path and they're getting into some really hot water, the only true way to save them is if, one, you jump into the industry yourself to pull them out, or two, you literally have to destroy the entirety of the system from inside out. Those are really the only two ways to save somebody. Like, I don't want to speak too much on this because it's very not a good thing to talk about here because we don't talk about it, but I've saved a lot more people than what most people will think. But there is a price to pay when you're saving somebody in this industry. Literally. Because people in this industry, when it comes to when it comes to this acting industry, I'm going to tell you this right now. People are taking a lot of stuff they shouldn't be taking. People are getting spiked. And people are getting fucked over, essentially. But for me, I was lucky because I took the hard way out. I never took shortcuts. So I am still natural. I never took drugs. I never took steroids. I never took Adderall. I never took ibuprofen. I never even took isotretinoid. Nor have I taken any of these pills or anything like that, because I've been afraid of that. Because in this industry, if you really want to make it, some people are going to have to go to that level, that low. I did not. So for me, I had to do everything naturally. I have not even, like, I'm 100% natural, by the way. My training and everything, I'm 100% natural. I do not take any steroids. I don't, like, I literally don't take anything like that. But I have seen a lot of people behind the scenes take something of the sort. And this is a funny truth, but I have not. Here's the funny thing. I had not had coffee in 8 years because of how scary it is. Let me say that again. I had not had coffee in 8 years. It's going to be 9 years now since I last had a coffee, but I don't drink coffee anymore. Because here's the thing. It's very scary to see how people get fucked up in this situation. It starts off as one thing and then it just snowballs. And I can't speak too much on it, but I had not had coffee in 8 years. I'm still coffee free, by the way. It starts off, man, I tell you, people need that kick. Coffee is basically the free kick, but it's also the opening doors to what gets people addicted to stuff like Adderall, you know, and basically things that you shouldn't really be taking. Because I'll never forget, actually. It started off as coffee, and coffee was basically the starter to get everybody going, like how you would drink in the mornings and whatnot. But what ended up happening was that people transitioned from drinking coffee to taking caffeine pills, because when you drink coffee, you put on water weight, liquid weight essentially. And it isn't good if you're trying to make weight for stage acting. So what they did was they started offering caffeine pills. And caffeine pills is basically a pill, but it serves the same amount as caffeine as some strong coffees. But this was the gateway drug, essentially. Caffeine pills. Like, caffeine, you have to understand, if you're trying to make weight and you're basically starving to an extent, and you can't focus and you're low in energy, you need coffee or some sort of kicker to perform well. So they started offering caffeine pills. And this was when, like, I caught on fast, literally. I caught on so quick, I stopped drinking coffee entirely because of that. It was scary, man. It starts off as something safe, harmless, and then, like, once you need a stronger kick, people start taking stronger stuff. Nobody just starts off taking something strong. Everything starts off as an opening door. So I was so afraid, I stopped drinking coffee. As a matter of fact, when I go to any auditioning or anything of that sort, I don't even accept water from other people. I bring my own water because I'm so afraid that people might spike my drink with something. I don't even care if it's caffeine pills. Literally, I personally would not ever take anything somebody offers me because I'm just that afraid. Dude, Shinron, you're not thinking. You didn't catch on what I said. Energy drinks will put on water weight. That's why people were taking caffeine pills. Because you just put in a pill in a little sip of water and it goes down. Now you have all the energy you need for basically the entire auditioning process. And you didn't put on any water weight. If you're drinking energy drinks, you gotta drink the whole can to get the whole effect. You understand what I'm saying? Because people do not just take one caffeine pill. Some people are taking 2. If you take 3, I think that's a bit high, but most people will take 2. With just a little bit of water. So essentially, you're getting the benefits of an energy drink with less liquid in your body, meaning less body weight, less liquid weight. You're not thinking. This is how they get people, Shenron. You need to think, literally, if you're coming into this industry. Like, you have to be as sharp as the day you came in. But I can't speak too much on that because I don't want to get blacklisted. I'm just saying, though, someday, everybody, you'll understand just how frustrating I have my life right now. But the reason why I do stage acting is because I love it. I love playing characters. I love being goofy and things like that. But I don't like the requirements it takes because it takes a lot of work and effort. Some people get lucky, others do not. And yes, you will have to train a diet if you want a good role. Like I stated, when it comes to stage acting, you do not need to train, nor do you need to diet to get a stage acting role. But if you want a good role, and if you want to pursue it as a career, you're going to have to train to some extent, because you can't make a career if you're not willing to put in the effort and work. But I still had not had coffee in 8 years, though. It's surprising to me because it's surprising because a lot of people think I drink coffee to get like a kick going for the day, but I don't drink coffee. I literally just drink water at this point. And at most I will drink juice. Like literally, that's all I'll. Like the mask for real world. You're funny. Do you act besides stage? Yes, I do. You call that improv. But see, here's the thing. When you're doing actual, so there's different types of acting here. You got to be more specific. Stage acting is very theatrical. People will call it theater because everything is a bit more emphasized. When you're doing acting for movies and things like that, it's more natural. Like it has some more like a natural feeling to it. But stage acting is theatrical. It's like the anime of acting, essentially. That's why I love stage acting. It's literally the anime of acting. This is the reason why I pursued stage acting. Well, good night, Giga Chat. You gotta go. But, like I stated though, I'm frustrated because I'm in a position to where I can't literally just give up on it. But at the same time, I'm stuck here. Like, literally. But I want people to understand, and I think I should stop lying to you guys now, though, about, like... Or, I didn't lie, I was just kind of silent about it. Yes, I am talented. And yes, you can consider me as a prodigy, to be, if you want to go to those terms. But... at the same time, you have to understand that I'm also a human. And I'm also very tired. And I never took shortcuts. I never have. I don't take pills to make weight. I don't take diuretics. I don't take steroids. I'm natural. I don't even drink coffee. And it's all because... like, one, I'm actually afraid of touching stuff like that. Two, I've seen people go down a really dark path. I've seen people who want to end themselves. And three, it's a burden to save people in this industry. Saving people is such a huge price to pay. You don't just sit there and talk it out. It's just so much shit. Like, it's just so much. Oh. You guys do not understand what it means to truly save somebody. But when you truly save somebody, you don't be there when they need you. That is not how you save people in this industry. Saving somebody, the people that are willing to save somebody will have to be there until the very end. If someone says that they'll be there with you when you need them most, these are not the people you want to be surrounded by. Because when you're not around, people get fucked over. I'm telling you guys this. And yes, on stage, I'm very... People will even call me ruthless on stage. Because this is the reason why I always get put as the bad guy here. Because I'm a very normal... Well, I try to be a normal person, but... When it comes to stage acting, I get very frustrated because I see people getting fucked over and shit like that. And because of that, I'm usually very jabbing shoulders on directors and people. And because of that, I give this presence of a bad guy. And therefore, I get put as the bad guy in a bad guy. As a role as the bad guy. And yes, I do get overlooked. But to me, it's just not worth it. Like... It's not like worth it playing as the good guy if like I can't speak my mind. I'm not luckily, thank God, I am not blacklisted from the stage acting industry. So like I can literally submit, online applications and I still get roles, but I always want to be the main character. But I can't because I'm always casted as the bad guy. And because of that, it literally typecasted me. For those who are not to acting, typecasting is when you get stuck as being played as one type of character. Literally. So my main typecast now is either bad guy, side character A, or side character B. Or a background throwaway character. And I don't even get paid like that. I only get paid like $20. What is blacklist? So blacklisting is when the people higher up in the industry basically block you from getting roles. So like when you apply for something, whether it's a role or things like that, if you get blacklisted, it's essentially saying you're put on a list to where like you can't get a role because like basically somebody higher up said that this person is a bad worker or this person is a problem, you don't want them. And because of that, the industry upwards, like the higher ups, they will essentially what they will call blacklist you, which is essentially blocking you from actually getting jobs or booking roles, essentially. That's what blacklisting is. I have not been blacklisted, but I have been typecasted, and I'm still stuck at this freaking... Oh, God. But I'm frustrated, though. That's why my most recent voice acting video was just me going just going ballistic, because... I love acting as an anime character because that's literally stage acting. Stage acting, you're basically like the most energetic type of character ever, Like it's crazy. You're like I don't know how to explain it. You are the anime character. That's how it works here in this industry when you're stage acting. But like it's just frustrating. Yes, I do know a lot, but I can't speak too much. If it sounds like I told you guys a lot, in reality, I told you guys nothing. Literally, I just scratched the surface here. Man, I really hope one day I do get cast into a live action of some sort. I do want to be, if I ever do get casted into a live action of an anime, the two I really want to be put in is either as a background character in My Happy Marriage, or as a background character for what's the other romance anime? But those I can't speak too much, everybody. But yes, though, a lot of people, but back to what I'm saying, though, a lot of people may be wondering, Sensei, it seems like you're frustrated. Yes, I am. And you may also be wondering, why am I not blacklisted? And the answer is simple. I'm good looking. That's funny. That's funny to say, but it's honestly kind of true. I'm a good looking person. When I want to be... Teehee? Kawaii desu yo ne. A lot of you may be wondering, like, what is Sensei, what is he saying? Nanda kore? like, what am I saying? Handsome? No, but for the long story short though, if you're good looking, there's a much, 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 much easier chance you'll get a role. Period. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of merit when it comes to your acting range and basically how good you are as an actor. But I'm not gonna lie, if you're good looking, you're basically one step above that, or maybe a few steps above that, because you'll just naturally find your way around. But note that if you're good looking, you're going to have to be on point all the time. I do have my hairstyling products here and my makeup kit up there, but I don't really like to show it on stream too often because what you're seeing here is my pure default, like bed hair and everything. It's kind of annoying to say that, and a lot of people, you kind of already know that about the acting industry. You need to be good looking if you want to get a better chance at a role. If you're not a good looking person, then you need to assign yourself roles that fit how your character looks and how you act. So let's say you're out of shape. Let's say you're big, like you're fat or something. Not to be offensive, and you want to be an actor. You're going to have to find roles that fit how you look as that character and your acting range into that character, if you get what I'm saying. So by being good looking or being decent looking, you already open yourselves up, like you basically open yourself up into more opportunities than you would think. So for me personally, that's why I train a diet. I mean, you can clearly see I'm literally as fit as a fiddle. Why don't you show steps about getting into acting as you already know a lot about it? Here's the honest truth. Ace, I'm going to give you some real advice about acting. Everybody you will meet in acting will come from different backgrounds. I've literally met actors who were literally voice actors coming into acting. I've literally seen people who were doing theater arts coming into acting. I've even seen people going vice versa, like me, for example. So, if you want me to talk about acting, the thing you need to understand is that everybody will come from somewhere else. There are some people who are literal singers, like people who like to sing, that are coming into stage acting because of musicals. You see where I'm coming from? Not everybody who does acting comes from an acting background. Everybody comes from somewhere. Some people may start off as from when they were a kid. I started off as when I was a young preteen/teenager. So if you're coming into acting, I can't really make videos or talk about the acting industry because everybody is different. If like some people are rich and they have connections already to get into the industry, so they're lucky. Other people, they have to work from ground up. Basically, they go to college for stage acting and theater arts. They come from, acting colleges and things like that. And some people, they just kind of dabbled in and then they just found their way into acting. I was one of those people, actually. I was, like I stated, I was already dancing a few years, and basically they needed somebody to do in some filler time for a performance for some kids, and then that's when I came in, and I basically was just dancing on stage just to fill in some time, and that's how I got into stage acting. To me personally, it was never a goal I set out, but even though I've been stage acting for a very long time now, though, I really hope this makes sense because, stage acting just kind of happened and I just fell in love with it. Simple as that. Some people, as a matter of fact, a lot of other people will work harder than I will. I've seen people go crazy in terms of work ethic. Like, they work way harder than I will. Some people do not know what hard work is, even if it punched them in the face. Especially, not until you come into acting. You'll see how some people would die on it. I'm not even kidding when I say that. People will literally die on acting because they want a shot at either getting into Broadway, getting into a TV show, a TV drama, or getting into a movie, or getting into Hollywood in general. Everybody's dreams and goals are different when it comes to stage acting. For me, I just want my chance to shine in the spotlight as a main character. Others, they want to actually take that and go into Hollywood. I don't want to go into that direction, but you just wouldn't believe, like, everybody has a different goal, a different range, a different background. It is a whole entire world of itself. Like, literally, I can talk about stage acting for days to come. But yeah. So if you want to get into acting, I guess, since like you want me to talk about the acting industry, some of my biggest influences for my acting skills, a lot of my influences come from Michael B. Jordan. That one guy who plays Boys in the Hood, he plays O-Dog. I like his interpretation of ruthlessness. So he's one of my inspirations. Another inspiration for an acting role, I guess you could say. Charlie Chaplin is one of them because he has a very, even though his film is very old school, his acting is very theatrical, and basically it's like comedy before comedy was comedy. I have a lot of inspirations and influences into my acting and where I take it from. Anime is definitely one of the biggest contributing factors to how I stage act. That's why whenever I stage act, I literally want people to feel it. Hello there, Marco. It's been a very long time, but essentially though, everybody, I am frustrated with my life because I have so much goals and things in mind, and I keep getting overlooked in stage acting, and I'm still trying to get a third job so I can move out, but very frustrated though. I can talk about the acting industry for sure, but not too much, because like I stated, I only know what I know, if you get what I'm saying. Huh. Lawrence Fishburne. No, when it comes to female inspirations for my stage acting, I have a couple actually. Like a few here and there. Not too much actually, now that I think about it, but I do have a few. If I was to be in a live action as an actor for an anime, I wanted to be a romance series. That will be my dream come true if I ever do get into a live action a live action anime adaptation as a character. I want to be in a romance series. Not as the main character, because I will butcher that role realistically, but as the side character, I would definitely be honored. Like, literally. Like, My Happy Marriage is one great example I really want to be in. Unnamed Memory, if it does get a live action someday, which it never will, I don't think so. Another great series that like I would like to be in if it does get a live action adaptation is Horimiya. Horimiya will be a great one as well. Or I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I think that already got a live action movie already, but that would be kind of cool. Or Koe no Katachi. I think Koe no Katachi will be a great series to be in, if I was to be in a live action, that is. Because I will literally play whatever role they give me. When it comes to main character roles in live actions, I think the only one I'll be able to do is basically the ruthless type characters. Because I can try, but I don't think I'll do well. Kumo as Jinshi. I would not do well as Jinshi if I actually was in the Apothecary Diaries live action, if there was one. I think I'll play more into one of the side characters actually, Marco. I'm a big fan of the rom-com and romance series because like it's just so fun. I love rom-coms. When it comes to stage acting roles, and some indie scriptwriter is creating his own production, I usually just try to hit on instantly if it's like a rom-com, because a lot of single stage productions, like, it's only one person and they can't afford assets for like settings and things like that for a live stage. So a lot of it happens in like 1 to 2 settings because like they can't afford props to make a background for like the setting of their their theater play. So usually I like to volunteer for those for free. I was like, you know what? Don't pay. I just want to do it. And it's really fun Because limitations of stage acting productions can really draw out characters. Like, oh my god, man. Oh, I love indie stage productions. They're so fun. What? What are you talking about? There's a yard sale coming soon. You're telling me you can't make it? Come on, everything's down 50%. Just some great memories overall, everybody. Or some roles are very drab. God, I don't feel too good today. I think there's about to be a foreclosure coming soon, son. I think you have about 20 minutes or so. You better get going because I'm telling you, you don't have much time here. It's really fun doing stage acting, honestly. Alexa's the name. Hello there. I know people like my channel. But, yeah, though, I am talented, but I just don't want to say it. And yeah, some people do put me as prodigy, but I'd rather people treat me normally. Because I get put into a lot of pressure all the time. I do teach stage acting to my juniors, my kohais essentially. If you watch anime, you know senpai and kohai. Essentially, I'm the senpai, or the sensei, or the Kumo-san. You wouldn't call me kun because you say Kumo-kun, then you're saying that as if like it doesn't come up as flirtatious, but it comes off as strange. So really, if you wanna talk to me as a senior, you'll say Kumo-san, because san is like the respectful way of saying, you know, things. You know, you wouldn't say kun or chan or things like that. Like chan, no. You would say san, Kumo-san, ohayo gozaimasu. Like that's how you will basically say it. Or or I don't want to speak into Japanese because my Japanese is not that great, even though I do understand Japanese. But yeah, but people be like, Kumo-san, o genki desu ka? I was like, genki desu. Yeah, hi, yay. They'd be like, are you okay? Daijoubu desu ka? I was like, yeah. Boku wa, tsukureta. I'm tired. Basically is what I'm saying. I'm always tired, by the way. But I love what I do, and that's the reason why it makes me seem like I'm... When you do something you love, even when you're tired, you're energetic. It's not Kuma-san, it's Kumo-san. If you say Kuma, that's bear. Kuma is bear. And I'm spider, so it's Kumo. Kumo-san. Kumo-san, ohayo gozaimasu. That's what you basically would say. Or, Kumo-san, konnichiwa, o genki desu ka? Sumimasen. Yeah. Tsukureta. Like, I'm tired. But yeah, though. That's basically how people greet me, though. Nobody really greets me like a normal person. Strange that is to say, other than my grocery store part-time job, that's probably the only place people treat me normally. But everybody everywhere else, whether it's my spider work, stage acting work, voice acting work, everybody looks up to me, and it puts a lot of pressure on me, honestly. Because, like, everybody looks up to me as either senpai, sensei, mister. Like, nobody addresses me like a normal person. So I literally get, like, I mentally get put in this place where I don't want to be in at times. What are some easy foods I can eat to help my muscles and physique come in better? That will depend on your body responses to food. So I'm not a fitness person. So some stage actors do have to hire a physician or a dietitian or a trainee. I mean, a trainer to help them out. for me personally, I find that different proteins will have different reactions to your body. So you're going to have to test and try out different things. Because like other than protein shakes and things like that, I really do like eggs. Eggs and fish work best for my digestive system in terms of like food coming down and staying down. That really helps out in terms of protein for me personally. But that's really if I'm trying to build muscle. If I'm trying to lose weight, to get shredded for a role, like to look aesthetic, I actually have to lose a lot of body fat, which means I got to do cardio. So for cardio, I'll usually do around 8 to 12 kilometers a day until I shred down. And then when it comes to stage acting day, if they need me to look bigger instead of like a stick that is shredded, I'll usually eat around 3 cups of rice to bulk up for carbs, because carbs do make you look bloated, but carbs also fill out your muscles. So, like in terms of you want a bulkier appearance and you want to look a little bit bulkier, then carbs is the way to go. But I cannot actually help you in terms of your own personal training, because I am not a qualified training. I'm not a qualified trainer. Because for me, to get to where I am now, it was trial and error through time. Like it took me about 3 years before I figured out how things work for me. What's your opinion on baked chicken? I think baked chicken is fine, but I can't eat too much chicken because chicken actually, it sits in my stomach a lot. So if I do eat chicken, I either had to chew it down very well or ground it up a bit. But chicken overall is fine though. I think chicken is behind a fish. So my proteins is usually eggs. Eggs is my go-to protein. Second will be fish. Third will be chicken. And then I actually try to avoid eating beef and pork, because beef and pork does not sit well. It doesn't sit well in my stomach, especially if I'm trying to get in shape for stage acting. So I usually don't eat them too often. But that's just how I work though. But essentially though, everybody, yes, I'm tired. I am not actually happy where I am now. But I'm in a position, as I stated in the beginning, I can't say no. And I can't give up now, because it's frustrating, honestly. Well, I really hope that everybody understands that I am not just a one-dimensional person. Yes, I am talented. And to be fair, yes, I don't mind if you consider me as a prodigy. But I really want people to also consider me as a normal person, because the pressures of life on me is not that easy, because everybody looks up to me. It's kind of scary, honestly. And because of that, I have to work harder, because if I don't live up to those expectations, it really starts to crumble apart. What really doesn't help was the fact that I started young. It does help, but at the same time, putting a lot of pressure on kids is not really a good thing. And yes, I did lie. I never really took any days off. I'm being transparent here. Even on my days off, I used it for online work, or I did something else with it. I was never a lazy person at heart. This might sound strange, but I have a genuine fear of relaxing and taking things easy. That is the honest truth. I will try my best to relax whenever I can, but I don't want to make promises, because I have a genuine fear of relaxing, because I always think back of like, if I stop now, like I'm just wasting time. Or if I stop now, somebody else might take that spotlight or take what I wanted for so long. But I'm praying every single day, because I want people to find me and know that I exist for the right reasons. I am still waiting for that special somebody to put me into that spotlight. I don't know if it's a director. I don't know if it's another company. I don't even know if it's another YouTuber or another person. But I want my talents to be acknowledged. Not just for anime or for push-ups, but for everything that I'm talented in. Yes, I am talented, but I don't want it to come off as if I'm being cocky or I'm better than anyone else. So I really just try to act. I did a pretty good job, actually. So I usually just try to act like I'm a normal person. So that way it doesn't seem like I give off really high standard vibes. Because a lot of people get intimidated, believe it or not. It's kind of funny. People get intimidated just talking to me. Because like me as a standard is a very high standard to some people, which I just don't get. But I promise you guys, I am just a normal person. Like anybody else. But I cry every single time whenever I get overlooked. I'm tired. I'm just so tired of this, honestly. Of like people overlooking my talents and what I can bring. But I can't stop now because like not only do people look up to me, but it's also because I love what I do and I can't see myself in a future of anything else. And I'm also at a point where like I've dedicated too much time to where I can't back out or give up now. So I'm basically stuck on this ongoing train. And yes, I'm self-aware that this is not healthy, nor is this good. But then again, what can I do? I just don't know. Maybe one day I'll meet the one. The one. It's kind of funny because a lot of people wonder why I don't use my real name. And the reason why is because my real name is actually a joke. I don't like my given name. My given name is actually, it's so anime. I don't like it at all, honestly. So, but essentially though, it's kind of funny how I ran away. Man, I'm so cursed. That's crazy. It's crazy how I try to run away from my name, but the more I lived running away from it, the closer it comes true to essentially what my name foretold and the fate I was born with. Isn't that just so anime-esque? It's so stupid, but it's so strange, honestly. So essentially, for those who don't know, my name was actually based off it's based off a fate that was considered a cursed, essentially. I don't know how much I should mention this. Maybe I'll mention this here. So, for those who want to know my real name and why I don't use it, here's the reason why I don't use it. When I was born with a birthmark. And birthmarks in Asian cultures are usually either a sign of wealth, good fortune, or good luck. And my parents basically took me as a baby to go essentially let's just say somebody who is spiritual to basically read what my fate was. And I was actually, so essentially I was born with a cursed fate that in my previous life or some life before this one I was fated to be with somebody special. But what ended up happening was that let's just say that never happened. And so fate bounded us to where we were supposed to be reborn again to meet each other. And this birthmark of mine was a signature and a definite sign of proof that is basically to say that I am this person's special somebody. And because of that, like, my parents loved my name even more. Now granted, I want people to understand this. My name was given to me first before my fate was read by the spiritual people here. I don't want to say if it's Shintoism or anything of that Japanese sort or what it, but let's just say the red string of fate was tied behind my name. The color red of love tied with the string of fate. So what was basically told was that basically my life is going to get horrible, miserable. I will lose everything from what it was told when I was told as a baby. And because of that, like, my parents were like, oh my god, this kid is doomed. But essentially what was foretold was that my special somebody will save me from my fate of losing everything. When I meet her, everything that I was losing, everything that I will lost will be given back to me, and we will become whole as one. And because of that, my parents loved my name so much. They literally call me by my nickname, Ai. For those who don't know, in Japanese, Ai is another word for aishiteru, or I love you, which is a powerful word. But yeah, Ai is basically what my dad calls me, my father. My father calls me Ai, which is basically love. So I was born cursed with a stupid fate, essentially. And you know what's so funny? I actually got bullied for it. So I kind of backed away from my name. And as a matter of fact, I was bullied so much for my name, and I hated it so much, I actually ran away from that. Like ran away from my fate. I literally ran away not because I was afraid of meeting the supposed fated one that I was born to be with, but I ran away because it felt like it was just too much. Like, I know that to a lot of people it sounds like bullshit or something, but I just couldn't put up with the pressure. And even though my father still calls me I, which is love, you'll hear him someday you'll hear him call me that. I just can't stand it, honestly. But as I stated though, as I grew older, and as I keep running away from this, my life is slowly reaching to where it's supposed to be told. One line at a time, it is coming true. It's so crazy, and it's so frustrating at the same time, being cursed with this name. So I don't use my given name at all. So I just go by other aliases, basically, other names, other than my given name. But that's the reason why I don't really use my given name, because it's essentially faded. The faded red one, or the faded loved one, is essentially what it comes down to its meaning, that is. I won't tell you exactly all of the prophecies, quote unquote, of what has been told, but I'll tell you this, and this might sound so stupid and so anime generic. Every single one of them happened. Every single one of them. And I'm still trying to escape this fate, sadly. It's not cool lore at all, man. It's funny how I'm losing everything and the fated one hasn't even appeared yet. But that is basically my fate. I am the fated loved one. That is essentially what my given name means. Or the bounded one. Or the red string of fate. Or the red string of the fated one, essentially. And for those who know Japanese culture or Korean culture or Asian culture in general, the red string of fate is essentially the red string that binds two people together. It's a sign of love. So that's why I don't really like my name, because my family, like a lot of my siblings were given really cool names, and my name here is just some drab out like, it sounds so anime-esque. That's the only reason why I don't like it. And not to mention, I got bullied because of it. And not to mention, I try to run away from my fate because I just don't like it. But the more I ran away from my given name, the closer it comes true to what it actually is. There's still a lot left to. I take that back. There's still some things left, but I have actually shown what my given name was. And if you can decipher the name behind it, the kanji behind it, you will know it's literally what I stated it means. Faded, the color red, essentially. The red faded one, the faded one, the red color of love. There's so many different definitions, but the same concept. So now, yeah, that is the reason why I don't use my given name, because it's cringy as hell, and I don't really like it like that. But if this person does exist, this woman, basically fate will say that she will find her way to me, not me finding her. So yeah, that's the reason why I find it so frustrating. So for me personally, like every single person, like every single woman I try to date, I don't really like it when they approach me. I like to approach them first if I can, because I just want to avoid my fate of how cringy it is. But every single time I try to dodge my name, and my name comes full circle around and hits me in a way I don't expect. So it's just frustrating, honestly. But now you know the reason why I don't really consider myself by my given name. So everybody just calls me Sensei. But if you go to my Discord and you go to my announcement section to where I thank everybody, you will see my server announcements. If you scroll back to the top where I posted my name, you'll be like, oh, that's his given name. You won't really get it until you search up the kanji, if you can figure out which kanjis it is. But once you do, you'll be like, oh my god, this is the most cringe anime name ever. I love it. But to me personally, it was more of a curse. But yeah, I am known as the Red Lover Boy, essentially, though. And that is my given name. That is the only reason why I don't really like it. But if you want to call me by my given name, please don't. Just call me by my English name, Miles, or just call me by Sensei. Unless you're the faded one, aka the woman that's supposed to find me. I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, if it is true, but it's frustrating because it is true, because everything I've tried to avoid came true. Why is that so? I hated it. Like you think these people are making up stupid bullshit? Like, oh, your fate is you're gonna meet this special person. Like it's very vague on what was foretold about my fate, but it all came true. So the question is, do I believe in it? I don't know. I still try to run away from it though, because I don't want people to think I'm like some anime character, because it's cringe as hell. Oh my god. Sorry, my name is Kumo Sensei. Haha, I will not go on my given name. But one day though, it's funny how like the first one was like, yeah, that could be anybody. The second foretelling essentially, I was like, yeah, that one sounds a bit much. The third one was like, this is so stupid. There's no way this is going to be me. I would never forget too, as a kid learning about it, like my fate that I would grow up to have skills unlike any other, and that it would draw the eyes of many, but not the eyes of the one. And by the time the eyes of the one does find me, like I'm almost at a I don't want to say death point, but but I think what is the right word? Not destruction, but not death either. This is like the end, and that's it. And that's essentially when the ones will find me, because like within the eyes of the talented one, quote unquote. I'm not gonna go into depth, but it's funny how every single time I try to run away from this stupid fate of mine, this name I was given, it just comes true one at a time. Like why is that so, everybody? By the way, Night Shadow, you just missed the whole lore dump. I dumped my whole name out there. So if you want to know why I don't use my name, my actual name, is because you got to go back and watch it. Since you missed out. But that's the story behind my name, though. My name literally translates to either the fated one, the red loved one, the red string of fate, the fated one. You guys get the gist though, but that is essentially my given name. But I don't want to say it out loud because I feel like if I say it out loud, it jinxes me into that position. So that's why I don't really call myself by my name. I just call myself Sensei, or I just call myself on my English name, Miles. Because my name is cringe. It's a cringe anime name. But it sounds cool though. If you don't speak Japanese, that is. But yeah, though, what is the next fate? That a lot of you may be wondering what has been foretold in my name, and basically where it's going. I will not tell you, because if I tell you, you're like, it's personal, and that's the part that really hurts the most. It's because it's like, it's supposed to be personal, but somehow it comes into fruition when you don't expect it. It's so frustrating, man. That's why I hate my name. I don't diss my name, by the way. I just don't like my name. So, just for a course correction, everybody. So basically, if this person does exist, based on my name, the person that was supposed to be tied to the red string of fate with me, this individual, I am not going to approach this individual, essentially is what it's saying. This person will come to me. Fate will have a way of bringing us together. I just don't understand how that'll work, because the thing about me is that I've always been so busy in life, I don't really have time to actually look out for people. So everybody, like I stated before, people come and go in my life. You know, because like that's how business works. But now you know the truth though about my name. I am bound to somebody in this world, somewhere out there, some woman, by the red string of fate. Which is why my given name is the way it is. I will lose everything essentially. And I will get everything back the moment we come together as one again. It is so anime-like. I hate it. It's funny because I love romance anime. I love romance manga. I love the whole romance genre as a whole. But I would not lie if I said that I really do not like my given name. But I think if it was like a manga or something, it would work great. Like, if my story was like a manga, I think that would be cool. So I think the best way to put it is this. The way I see it, if it does come true, and I do live to my name's prophecy, what will happen is I'm going to become like an idol or something. Or I might become bigger somehow. I don't know how. To where people will acknowledge my talents. And by the time everything becomes too much, this special somebody will come and pull me out from this hell. But, see, it doesn't make sense to me, because how is that possible? Because I do not tolerate poor work ethic. So the only way this person is going to do it is if they work harder than me or find a way to settle me down. But, yeah, that's my name, though. for those who don't know what my given name is, if you go on my Discord and just scroll up from my server announcements to where I thank everybody, I give out my full name actually. Somewhere, you just keep scrolling. I will give out my full name. I know people do. Yeah, but that's just too much though. That's just too much though, man, to change my name. But I am curious though. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be lying if I said I was not curious to see how it turns out. Because I really want to see who this person is. And I will tell you this right now. I am not an easy person to settle down. So this person has to be either on another caliber, or this person has to truly be special. But yeah, though, that was basically my my fates, quote unquote. You know, when I was 17 years old, I had a meltdown because I went to go talk to some people about my name, my fate, and if it was bullshit. So, put it simply, let's just say I went to a shrine and I went to go get things checked out, and eventually what happened was I was like, hey, what's my what's in it for me, do you know? And basically, let's just say what was foretold was essentially the same things I was told as a baby. And these are not the same people, by the way. Different people reading different fortunes, different times, different places. But the fate was still similar, if not the same. And I want to apologize because I was very rude. And I basically lashed out of frustration because I literally thought they was just fucking with me at that point. And they wasn't, but they were so, I'll admit I was disrespectful, very disrespectful. Because I was just so frustrated with my name. That like, eventually I did apologize and I did gave back some gifts as an apology. But I asked, what now? And they said, let fate do its thing. And I was like, oh my god, I am so screwed. But that is the truth behind my name though, everybody. But I don't want to talk about it any more than this. But I really hope this point comes across to everybody. But the one thing I don't get is that I hope it is true that my my talents, my skills will become acknowledged. Because if it does, then I'll be the happiest person ever. Because I do not like to relax, nor do I like to take it easy. This is the way I live, and this is my life. So, yeah. My given name, I probably would never use it on a live stream. So I would prefer if everybody just calls me Kumo Sensei, or my English name Miles. Because I think it's more efficient that way. But if one day push comes to shove and my fate does come there, then let it be at this point. But I'll be lying if I said I've accepted it. I have not accepted it yet. So I'm still pushing back on it. And I'm still trying to challenge my fate, that of my given name. So now you know the truth about why I don't use my given name. It's very lore heavy, that is for sure. And it's very cringy. And I did get bullied for it. A lot of bullying for it, but it makes me tired thinking about it. But everybody though, I will not be taking it easy. Because I don't want to relax. Because I still have so many dreams and goals I really want to do. And I want people to understand as well that I'm a very busy person. And a talented person. and also a decent looking person as well. But it doesn't mean that I should take it easy either, because even though my dreams have come true of most things I want to do, it's not the vision I wanted to be in. I had a much more grand and bigger vision of my dreams. So I'm going to work on perfecting my dreams, and that's basically where I'm at right now. And I know this whole stream was just me talking, and I know people don't like that, but I had to get it off my chest because I was just so tired of lying to everybody, telling people that I was taking days off, relaxing, and things like that. I don't. Even when I was forced to take days off by, directors, fellow colleagues, co-workers, I didn't really do that. I just put that time into something else. But I pray, I truly pray that my talents will one day be acknowledged by the right people. Because I am tired of being overlooked, overworked, underpaid, and being thrown under by other people. I might cry, actually. No, I won't. I'm just kidding. But everybody, this is my life. And I have always been like this since I was a kid. I can't back down because I put too much time into it now. Too much time, too much effort, and too much passion. Literal blood, sweat, and tears. So I can't stop, but I also can't catch a break. I will not give up. I cannot give up. And one day, I hope that me as a person will be found by the right people. And I guess I'll call this a live stream for today, everybody. And this is really just me venting, but I really want people to understand that I am tired. Extremely tired. And that's all I really want people to understand. I'm human. Despite being known as a prodigy, despite training and starting things as a kid, I've done this for so long. Too long. And I can't throw it away. Because I love it too much. But, yeah. Without further ado, everyone, thanks for watching. And I hope that one day my dreams will come true. And I hope that everyone who watches this will recognize me for my, not just me as a person, but recognize me for my talents, who I am as a person, and that I'm a special somebody, a special someone to somebody. And one day, I hope that my talents will be acknowledged. Thanks. And, yeah.